So I'm Max Adler, and I will be playing Tank on Switched at Birth, airing on ABC Family starting January 13th. And yeah, Switched at Birth, it's a great show, and what I liked about it, even before I got cast on it, was that it's very influential, and it really uses the power of the media to the best platform. It's a lot of positive messages, but storylines grounded in reality, and it's basically about these two girls that were switched in the hospital at birth, which really happens, and then they find out years later that they were switched, and they decide to meet their biological parents, and then the families meet and all live together, and drama ensues. But it's a great show, and what's the best thing about it is they really empower the deaf community, because one of the girls happens to be deaf, and there's a lot of deaf actors on the show, and so it deals with sign language and the daily life of a deaf person and what they go through, and it's just fascinating and eye-opening and mind-expanding, so I recommend watching it. Well, Tank's real name is Miles Conroy, and he is a college student, and he's pledging a frat. That means a lot to him because his dad went there, and it's a big deal if he gets in. He's on the football team. He's kind of just going through the motions of life and doing what society kind of expects of him. What I like about him, and how I kind of interpret it, and it makes it more complicated and juicy to play, is that that's the shell of Tank, but underneath is Miles Conroy, who is this very sensitive, vulnerable, romantic, cultured guy that has been buried underneath layers of Tank. And Bae, played by Vanessa Morano in the show, takes an art class in college. They meet, and it's just these two people from different backgrounds and different worlds meeting, and me exposing her to the world of football and college frat parties, her exposing me to artists and museums, and you see the two of us just kind of growing and learning and being scared to expand what we don't know and wanting to play the safe route, versus letting go of the safe route and giving yourself over to something new. And we'll see where their relationship goes, but it's a lot of fun to play. The incorporation onto the set of Switched at Birth has been seamless, beautiful, easy. The cast is so welcoming and gracious and humble, and they accepted me, they accepted RJ right away, and we really feel like we're a part of it with everyone else, and we're telling the same story that the crew that's been there since season 1 is. But it's fascinating, like, and being around all the different, deaf actors that come onto the set, and just watching them communicate and watching just the emotions in their face, and how, like, I was talking to them about acting, and just like how they have to use their face and like feel it, and it's in their eyes, and they can't make it up with vocal intonations. They really have to feel it. And it was just pretty mind-blowing stuff, and just watching them sign while trying to eat at lunch, and it's just things that you don't think about on a daily basis, that I've been exposed to. It's a beautiful, kind of like this ballet of language. It's phenomenal, but I hope I get to learn more. Yeah. What you will see from Tank moving forward is a lot. There's a lot. I mean, it's basically, will he keep going the safe route of just the laser beam tunnel vision of football frat life and everything else falls by the side? Or does he kind of start on this new journey with a fascinating, intellectual, interesting, cultured girl, and see what that's all about? With Switched at Birth, part of the most favorable, positive responses have come from the deaf community and different, organizations that thank Switched at Birth for putting something out there and putting something to light that most people don't usually encounter on a daily basis, and it makes them more aware and empathetic. And I just feel that when something works, you go with that, and I think it's a beautiful thing, and it gives people chances to be on TV that maybe wouldn't have ages ago. It just incorporates real people that I think people want to see this day and age. They want that genuine, connection, and that's what Switched at Birth is doing. I mean, just the memories on Glee is just having so much fun in between takes, that it's just there's intense scenes that happened, and then in between that, I remember What was it? I think I don't even know the story. It was just, me and Chris Colfer ended up joking in between one of the most intense scenes we had, just about like how we should do some like Oprah musical or something and have like a male Russian ballet dancer named Karofsky, and like we're Karofsky. It was like a whole, like you're just joking about that, and then you come in and like do this intense scene, and just those kinds of moments are like so much fun. Probably Forrest Gump. If I got to play any character in any film or TV show throughout time, it would be Forrest Gump. I mean, that was a role. You got to do everything. It's still one of my favorite movies. I watch it whenever it's on TV. And just to get to do as many things as Tom Hanks got to do in that, or Forrest Gump got to do, and just the different time periods and costumes and locations, like, yeah, that would be awesome. Then I wrote a movie with a friend of mine. We're working on getting that financed and producing that. I wrote a pilot with another friend of mine, which is kind of like this Wall Street meets Homeland thing. A very cool idea. It takes place in New York. And then, yeah, just doing Switched at Birth, which airs January 13th on ABC Family. Yeah, there you go. There you go.